Take the money and leave, please. The Swedish government is offering to pay immigrants $34,000 if they go back to their home country.
Sweden to offer $35,000 to anyone that is willing to leave the country. This has caused a lot of controversy, big drama, big online scandal. As Sweden came out, they are saying that it is willing to offer $34,000, which is actually 350,000 Swedish crown for immigrants that are willing to leave the country. At first, when I heard the news, actually, because I saw it on Instagram, though they exaggerated and put the amount to the news on Instagram, I was like, these people can play. This is a joke. No, I saw that they wrote like $55,000. I was like, how can Sweden offer $50,000 if you want to leave? So it's actually true. I saw it in the news, $34,000, which is equivalent to 350,000 Swedish crown if you want to leave. What the Swedish migration minister said, he said that we are in the midst of paradigm shift in our migration policy. And I'm like, okay, 34,000 Swedish crowns, no, dollars, 350,000 crowns. So you guys have so much money to give, right? You have so much money to give to people that are willing to go back home instead for you to keep the people and create jobs for them so that they can bring more income to the country. Anyway, I don't know how they are thinking, but I think Sweden is fighting so hard to reduce immigrants because they have welcomed a lot of immigrants, a lot of, foreigners from the Syria, from Ukraine, from the war, from Africa. And now the migration catastrophe scandal is too much that actually Sweden is doing like a cleansing. Yeah, Sweden has been doing a lot of cleansing, tightening the rules and laws, things everywhere so hard because they can't handle. I'm just telling you the truth. They can't just handle the rate at which the immigration problem is. It's a total mess. It's a total mess, and they are finding a way actually to tell people go, 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 go. Actually, the number of people that are going from Sweden are many. Actually, this year, Sweden received a net immigration, right? So basically, it seems that people are leaving Sweden more than coming in. And I think the major problem is because, like I said in my previous video, I've done that why people are leaving Sweden is because of they changed most of the ways that people used to come to Sweden is through work. So work permits used to be very easy that if you earn at least 13,000 Swedish crown, you can actually get your work permit. But now they raised it to 34,000 Swedish crown. No, 35,000 Swedish crown. So if you can't earn that 35,000 Swedish crown, it's really hard for you to get your work permit, and this has made a lot of people to lose their jobs because when people are working so that they can get their resident permit, but when your job cannot offer you 35,000 Swedish crown, a lot of immigrants left their job and they are now relocating to other countries. Another thing is like it as Sweden has also tightened its rules when it comes to social benefits, for people who are not working or people who that need government support. They are really doing a lot of concrete investigation to make sure that if you have to receive any benefits, then you really need to work hard as well. Before people just chill and exploit the system. They are not working, they are not even going to school, and nobody asks them. But now, before you can get that social benefits or any benefit, they really check everything, as people have actually exploited the system. And another thing that has made people leave Sweden is because life has generally so expensive, and not only in Sweden, it's all in Europe. Like house rent, food, everything is just going on the highest. Like nothing is cheap again. Things are really expensive. Life is expensive, and people are now looking for cheaper places or cheaper means of living. And this explains why a lot of people have actually left Sweden. And I think a lot of inflation, and a lot of companies, actually big companies, are closing down, bankruptcy, and so a lot of people have lost their job, or they have been laid off here and there. So really, it's also like economical challenges that a lot of people are changing, and Sweden is no longer the way it used to be. So people are now looking for other places to migrate rather than Sweden. The new proposal anyway is supposed to start from 2026, so I think 2 years from now. For if you are willing to relocate to your home country, maybe you seek asylum and you are not granted your permanent resident, or maybe you've been looking for work and it has been really hard, you are struggling in the country to get job and all those things, because really a lot of people are struggling. People are trying to make ends meet. They are trying so hard, but sometimes it doesn't really work the way it is supposed to. And that's why this Swedish government have realized that, okay, if these people have really tried and it has not worked for them, then we can actually offer them 350,000 Swedish crowns for them to go back to your country. And that's a lot of money. If you were to get that type of money, you could invest in something. Although I saw some people writing on social media saying, no, we are not going anywhere, that money is not enough, because that money is not compared to the security that we have here, health system, education, a lot of things are really working well in Sweden. So some people are like, I can't really take that money, I'm willing to stay here and die. Like I said, it's a very big controversy, and a lot of people feel like it's a good deal, but others feel, no, I'm not gonna take that money, because the life that we live in Sweden is much better than the money they are going to offer you, because at the end of the day, you will spend that money in medical, in school, in training kids, in a lot of things. So at the end of the day, some people consider it as nothing, while some other consider that they could actually go for it and start a business and start up a new life and have the freedom that they have ever been looking for. So you can just look at this in two sides. It depends on your situation, it depends on where you're coming from. So and I hope, anyway, this is just a proposal. I hope they're gonna give this money. This is 2026. They can also cancel it. We don't know. It's just a proposal. Anyway, guys, what do you think about the whole situation? Should Swedish be dashing out money, $34,000 for anyone that is willing to move back to Sweden? Or is there any better way they could handle the migration scandal? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I see you in my next video. Bye for now.